What's up? We're live at Sonic Underground at the Warehouse in Philadelphia, Delaware Avenue, with my man Circuit Breaker from 611, Scorpion from Ravegear, and we got Frankie Bones from Sonic Groove. Frankie Bones is one of the pioneers of the techno scene, and I want to ask him what it takes to be dedicated enough to be around for 10 or more years and making the best techno music around.
I don't know, you just gotta have a love for the, for the music. I mean, man, I've been doing this a long time now. Every week I go to a party and I play, I'm like, I feel that much older, and it's really, you gotta have a love for it, If you don't have a love for playing music, for dancing to music, for listening to music, I've never was in this scene for, to be seen, and I still don't look at myself like, I'm a superstar or even like, I just like a big DJ. I just look like when I'm in my bedroom playing records, like I want to get out and play records. The only difference between me and someone in their bedroom, wanting to play records is I actually get to play the records on the weekend. But I always keep it true to what I always believed in, musically, just be up front with sound. And that's that, man. I mean,
that's that. Well, since you're one of the pioneers, you've also seen a lot about the scene. You've seen it grow, and you've seen it get bigger, and you've seen it get commercialized. You've seen the drugs and everything. So how do you feel about the drugs in the scene today and the commercialization that the scene is bringing, and the media and everyone that's talking about raves now?
Well, I mean, we were doing the first raves in pretty much on the East Coast in like 1990, 91, and the drug thing, I mean, it's like the media portrays the scene as a negative thing, but obviously anybody that's been in this for, a long enough time knows that, this scene musically, with clubs, with raves, with actually making the music, has changed literally thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, and it's a worldwide force that continues on. If the media wants to portray us like we're a bunch of, like hoodlum kids doing drugs, sure, there's kids out there that do this stuff, but I mean, to me, it's like it's always been about music, and there is a positive side. Sure, there's a negative side, but the media only goes for the negativity, never the positivity. And I can tell you straight up, I'd probably be driving a taxi, working at McDonald's if I didn't do, in techno, playing it, making it, selling it. And yeah, it's changed my life for the better, I think. I mean, at least I get to do what I love to do. And nowadays, yeah, it's commercialized, but the jump on the bandwagon factor, you can't jump on the bandwagon and expect to be successful because you're jumping on the bandwagon, but I'm going too fast and it's my bandwagon, so if you can't run that fast, you ain't getting on. Woo, next question.
Words of wisdom from Frankie Bones, one of the pioneers of the techno scene worldwide.
All right, everybody, we're back live at Sonic Underground from the Warehouse on Delaware Avenue, Philly, PA. We're going all night tonight at Escape, and I got my man Frankie Bones from Sonic Groove in New York City and my man Scorpion from Ravegear in Philly. Got a couple questions for Bones, pick his brain a little bit and see what's going on. The first thing I want to ask you, Frankie, is how do you foresee the future of the scene? Do you think that the commercialization is going to be a benefit or a hindrance as far as how far we can push this stuff?
I mean, it's both a hindrance, and I mean, it's like this. The people that are true to the music, doing underground stuff, and that love to do it, and are not looking to make money from it, you're always going to succeed, because if you set yourself amount of goals that you could achieve, like me, I set my goals when I got out of school maybe 15 years ago, and at the age of 23, every goal I had, I had completed. So I was just maintaining what I'm doing. Now you got movies coming out about it. You got the super duper star DJs. Super duper star. I just made that up. I'm not, to me, like I said, it's just like keeping it like real. A lot of DJs, they follow whatever the trend is, but that's the thing, to me, I never follow trends. And if you follow a trend, that's when you're gonna wind up in a problem, because the commercialization will kill it, but there'll always be an underground. The only thing is, it's very hard to define underground. If you look at hip hop and use hip hop as a reference and you say underground, what the hell does underground mean? You know what I mean? Underground could mean, you had your demo and you had your record deal and it didn't happen and you didn't sell any records because your shit sucked, and that's underground. That could be that's one definition for underground. And you know, another definition for underground is, you know, playing music that nobody's ever heard before and trying to break, you know, that sound to a new audience, is which what I do, you know. But there I am saying I'm underground, and this guy that had a bad record deal that sucked, and he's underground. So it's really, you know, people take certain things certain ways, and then you got a whole country, then you got a whole world full of people doing this. I mean, this music, you go to like Germany, the Love Parade, you're dancing and hanging out with people that don't even speak your language, but you know how the song goes, so you know how the rhythm goes, you know how to dance, so it's a universal language, you know. It breaks down barriers that no other thing could break it down like that. You know, it's like it's universal.
Do you think that the techno rave scene will ever get as large as, say, hip hop or rock and roll in the U.S.?
Well, in a way, it is the new rock and roll, because, you know, you see, the thing I loved about techno, when we called it techno rave, I love the word techno rave, it doesn't really exist. But when we started it, we called it techno rave. Techno is whatever you make of it. You want to make it hip-hop-ish, like with jungle, or you want to have those influences? Because techno really, it's technology. It's using electronic instruments to create music that, you know, you and me pick up a guitar and I do the drums and we sing. We're going to be underground. We're going to have a bad record deal and we're going to suck. But with the technology with the drum machines and you know, turntables, and using turntables as instruments, you know, we creating, you know, the new rock and roll, basically. But when Rick Rubin said he was going to come out with techno and do what you know, he did for rock and roll, look what happened to him. He went underground and he sucked. So, you know, it's like I said, it's pretty much, you got to take it and make what you can out of it and enjoy it. And the minute it becomes a job and not an adventure, you got to, you know, you got to step back. There's people out there that are hungry. There's like 16-year-old kids, 20-year-old kids, they all want to do this. And it's like, the only difference between me and a 16-year-old is that, like, I'm 16 times 2. That's it. There's no difference, really.
And what are your thoughts on any kid that wants to become a DJ? Is his road easier or harder based on where the scene is at now compared to when it first broke? Is he going to have a tougher time making it because it's larger and there's more politics, or is it going to be easier for him?
Well, like with me, when I started, well, let's say when I was 16, it was way more competitive than it is now, because you were prisoner to your city limits. Like, if you're from Philly, you're not leaving Philly, you know? Now it's like, yo, I got kids that I know that, you know, they're not even B-rate DJs. They're like C, D-rate, because they're first coming up. Yeah, I'm going to Atlanta, I'm driving to Texas, I'm going to Chicago. Yeah, the most important thing about this music and the scene is you gotta have navigational skills. You gotta know how to get to places. If you got a gig in New York, or if you got like a gig in wherever, Baltimore, you got to know how to get on the interstate, get off the interstate, get into the city. And, you know, people, like, it ain't all about skills on the decks. It's all about skills on when you get out of bed to get to the decks, and then after your set's done to get back to your house. That's where the real skill lies. And, you know, if there was ever a contest of that, I'd win hand down. Planes, trains, automobile, boats, whatever.
Out by sun up is what you're saying.
Don't get out of town by sundown. Get out of town by the time the sun rises, exactly.
And the last thing I got for you.
I wear my sunglasses at night, so it don't matter.
Yo, the last thing I got for you is, did Lubinski ever give you the Hucklebuck?
Man, you know, I got Hucklebucked in Texas about 3 weeks ago. These motherfuckers. Oh, can I curse on this show?
Sure.
Mother beep. Yeah, they wanted me to take the Pepsi challenge. So what they did was, they blindfolded me, and all of a sudden, I'm getting felt up in my crotch. I'm like, what the hell's going on here, man? I'm taking the Pepsi challenge, Pepsi and Coke. I really hate when they try to make you take the Pepsi challenge and they're feeling you up, man. Just to grope you, to say, yo, I groped him when he was blindfolded, man. You know? That's it. What can I say, man? What can I say?
Yo, that's it for right now. Peace out. If anything, let the music take control. Sonic Underground with the Circuit Breaker, Frankie Bones, and Scorpion.
My man Frankie Bones, I just wanted to ask you, you're one of my influences in the rave scene, and I'm curious who your influences were when you were growing up and becoming DJ.
Well, I mean, it's so many influences. I mean, I came up on old school hip hop. I was the right age. I was a graffiti writer. My influence was writing graffiti and being involved in the breakdancing and the crews. I was, you know, my timing was good for that. Coming out of roller skating. I mean, DJ-wise, anybody's records that I have that are in my collection have influenced me, because if I own your record, then that's an influence because I have it and I bought it. But there's too many people doing it to have exactly one influence. I mean, I could say maybe, you know, back in the days, Omar Santana, but he was my boy. We, you know, 85, we were doing like hot mix tapes and stuff.
What about Arcada Pain?
Well, see, that's from a different era. Lenny D, I mean, but, you know, like me and Lenny worked together, and, you know, he went totally more on a harder tip, but, you know, we come out of the same school. I think Brooklyn influenced me. It's not really people, it's more like places, the graffiti, which is a thing, you know, nouns. Yeah, that's what influenced me. Now, anything you put, here's a blank, fill it in. No, but, well, Mark Arcada Pain, you asked me about that. I mean, for the harder, more tripped out music, for dirty warehouses, yeah, definitely Mark Arcada Pain, the Dance 2001 stuff, but there's so many other people. I mean, doesn't matter. Like Tony Humphries, a garage DJ, you know, he influenced me. Little Louis Vega, you know, any big DJ from the time, Jelly Bean, you know, because all I know is when I saw these guys playing, I know that's what I wanted to do. So that's the influence. And
for the record, how many tracks do you have under your belt?
My discography's got to be like 200 singles. Yeah, 200.
And how long have you been making tracks for?
1987, so what is it, 13 years?
Yep. Woo! Frankie Bones is the man.
And I see a question coming from the audience. If you just want to hold on 1 second, we'll turn it over and get a little questionnaire from the audience.
Mr. Bones.
Come on up, man.
Mr. Bones, how you doing? Hey, would you blow me? Play Hater News. How are you?
I'm just trying to live, yo.
Hey, I just lost 100 pounds myself. 1989, 25,000 people, energy, first party. Describe to us, describe to your fans the feeling of having 25,000 people feeling what they were feeling because of you, because of the records that you were playing. Can you describe that feeling? Is it better than sex? Is it better than drugs?
I never been with 25,000 women before, but I'd love to be, man. But yo, it was incredible, man. It's, you know, I can't explain it because when you're in control of 25,000 heads at one time, it's all, you know, I might as well run for office or something, you know, but that was like almost a one-time deal. Though I did play to 33,000 once, but 10,000 of those people wanted to kill me, so.
And the other 22?
They loved it, but you know, it's you know, but you can't have the whole world loving you all the time.
Not at all, not at all, not at all. We have some of your fans here. Any other questions from the audience? Any other questions from the audience? Got a question for Mr. Bones. I'm sorry. Announce yourself, your name?
My name is Clinton from Philadelphia. How's it feel to be one of the #1 DJs on the East Coast?
Not #1, but thank you for that. But
could you put a ranking on it? Could you put a ranking out?
When you're #1, there's only one way you can go when you're #1, and that's.
And do you consider yourself still striving? Are you still hungry?
On a scale of 1 to 100, I don't know. Yo, could I be number maybe 14?
How about next? How's it feel to be next?
Next, I'm DJ Next. That's it.
Thank you. Now you're not going to be first. You're not going to be first. You're not going to be second.
Next, there's only one person I'd rather be than Next.
And that is?
Next is good. Murphy, because with Murphy's Law, anything could go wrong, will go wrong. If I could be Murphy, then I'd have it all broken down.
And we're not talking about Murphy Brown either. We're talking about Murphy's Law.
Not Steven Seagal, more like Charles Bronson Murphy.
If you will, I will allow you. Hey, would you blow me from that Player Hater News, signing off.
No sheriff in town, and it ain't Reggie Hammond.
It's not Reggie Hammond. Thank you. Good night.
Oh my God.
Thank you, guys.
We are, man. LA, you did the interview.